Hey guys, and it's your favorite Ziril. Welcome to another session of Netball Julian with me. So this morning we're just going over the Olympic International Director Partnership with Starrz International Federation and Office of and in that partnership is with the Olympic International Committee. So once again, my name is Starrz, and this is for so my name is Starrz. I'm creation have the Reverend and so we're moving more into the so yeah, have your track to page 12 and the strategy vision, yeah? So it's on page 12, correct, yeah? So aligning to that strategy vision is working towards growth, just vision into Olympics, yeah? So what are the focus points in there? So the focus within and some of the milestones with to develop and this of a director and obviously a director, and congratulations on this opportunity to Yo from Melbourne at night, Victorian, and we received heaps of feedback at location as well. So once again, they set up their office with their office panel. So they're looking at the classes with that and how to design the application or platform to align everybody's vision. So the applications are structured. So now just take a tiny bit of a step back and see how that all. So the phase one, Starrz International Federation, they're improving a budget of to get Netball Director, also known as ND, to the Olympic International. Thank you so much to Kirsty and Team International Energy for and to be clear milestone. So, yeah, so congratulations. So moving into that space. So once again, it's still rolling out how the setup. So the retrieval. So NDLBC came up to retrieve from the office of the budget of the to make like how that looks like that. So they already have the office, and it's about designing the program and the work clusters. Um, so I'm having some breakfast with me. So obviously, diamond affinity is already. So magic unfolds over. So it is about 7:30. So the unpacking of the design. So what does it basically look like in a nutshell? So the Office of Parisia is the global peak organization for okay? So registrations go in there from international to and so their registrations go in. So in this and they also do really nice things like so within this one they had to one of the milestones that you can see on the contract were to submit a business case and submission to the international committee and appoint an official. So in this case, it's Lewis. Big congratulations. Also had to submit an Olympic tournament strategy. So that's what this is all about. That's the framework for that has been fully complete and designed. So application of that, I'm not going to look for Sorry. Yeah. So within the Olympic Netball Committee, the ND is to be focusing on how to hold some of those discussions. So at this point in time, Lucia is designing a tournament schedule. Some of this is side and momentum accelerator design. Accelerator. So we also have to look at the design of the tournaments. And what does that look like? Well, obviously, when you turn to the team code for the tournament, and including a reconciliation plan. So the reconciliation plan also self-sovereignty. So we're going to take a look, have a look at what happened. Yeah. So if you're like me, you'd obviously be having a nice chocolate month to wake you up. So it's a bit of a cheat. It's a bit of a cheat sheet. Hmm. Oh, so once again, my name is Ziril Starrz, and now, so the communication strategy and the contract management. So we the key stakeholder relationships here. So the Office of Parisi International Federation, they ended up creating a net director position by submitting a business case application to the Olympic International Committee, which was endorsed by the OC president. Yeah. So the Office of Parisia and the Office of Khan worked together. Yeah. So they carved which is also called the Olympic Pavilion, right? As a only fund. Yeah. So the output then of the Olympics and driving that conversation is the ND. Yeah. Oh. So further to that design and the application of that in that space is the alliances. So we're just going to have a look at what that reconciliation strategy looks like. So as we can see, that's the treaty collective agreements where alliances have been aligning within the Office of the International Federation. There is a tribunal that sits in that space as well. So that tribunal consists of 23 members of jurisdictions that cover the globe. So the application of treaty collective agreement has been tested over jurisdiction, and the evidence of the data has proved success and has results. Expectations of participating nations still need to sign. So this is what it looks like. It is an agreement as well within that contract that basically asks countries to pledge to peace. So you also see the nation name, who the representative is. Yeah. So it's the entity's role as well to participate in space. And posters. So part of that reconciliation strategy is saying collective agreements, and there's also got posters that are available as well that you can in shop. So the participation strategy of a okay? So an estimate was calculated by the Office of Russia for 74 nations for participation in September 2020 with the collective agreement. So the estimate of the total of this equates to 3,700 Olympic reptilian netballers. That's how many we expected to participate in Olympic. So it's an expectation of the NDOIC to develop communication linkages and strategies to lead those discussions and report on the progress. So if we have a look at the next one, it's the Office of Serenity. So the safe space of fortune is a mutual essential operation. So it provides services such as negotiation tables, security services, message, and surroundings. So those collective agreements can also be lodged there and also with the Office of CRC. So finally, so within leading all those discussions across the globe in many different languages in setting up that office, the Olympic Reptilian. So once again, the sponsor is the Office of Russia, and expectations are of the sponsor for Robotic Zero Trophy and the Ryu Trophy. So Robotic Zero, the winner trophy, and the runner trophy, Ryu. The women's are looking after the women's. This is how the with accommodation and travel. There's also the work material. Again, Serenity Packs and security and the tournament program tour. But obviously, as we can see from the diagram, that is how the tournament. Basically over 21 days. The first 10 days is the first round, and so on. So, until that is over. And that's me. Wrapped up in